How's it going, my lovely viewers? I'm going to start calling you guys that from now on because I like you guys. If you're coming here to watch my stuff, listen to me ramble on while I play games at an intermediate level, makes me happy. So, I like you guys. Thank you. Today I'm going to talk about something that is already a few weeks old when it comes to news, but I've been meaning to talk about it because it really is something that gets me super hyped and excited. Now, we've known about Zelda U for a few years now, but it still hasn't come out. This is my, and probably a lot of other people's, most anticipated game. It was supposed to be my anticipated game of 2015, but that ended up being Xenoblade Chronicles X. But it looks like it's going to be a 2016 game, hopefully. Uh, yeah, people are super excited about it. I'm super excited, and people have been asking lots of questions. And Mr. Eiji Aonuma, Zelda's director, has been answering questions very seldomly, but on occasion he did manage to say something, and just a few weeks ago he did say something. What he said was, the game has really taken shape and things have gotten easier. That means things are progressing well. He also said that the influence of Zelda is going to change with this game, and I've kind of heard this already, but it's pretty cool to see that this is kind of being confirmed. He said, I think the base of our secret sauce has always been Ocarina of Time, Aonuma said. But this time the change in flavor will be like going from Japanese-style food to Western food. Perhaps players will be surprised. Now this is something I've really been hoping for, and I've been telling my friends and stuff, this is what I hope it's going to be like. I've been commenting on other YouTube videos on my other channels. This is how it should be, is that Zelda Wii U should basically be taking influence from many Western games while still giving us all the stuff we love about Zelda. In fact, if you were to give me two games that I would love to mash together to make Zelda Wii U, it would be The Witcher 3 and Twilight Princess. Now, here's where the two games get mashed together into my perfect dream Zelda game. So the influences from Twilight Princess should be obvious. We get the excellent dungeon design, the wonderful characterization, the music, of course. We get our Zelda elements that we know and love. Maybe a few gimmicks here and there, not something like Wolfling, but just a few little gimmicks that don't take away from the game, but do make it a little bit different. Now, The Witcher 3 influences that I think we should be seeing are pretty much the whole base of the structure of Witcher 3. So The Witcher 3 is basically, it's an open world game, but you're still following a narrative. You still have to go places, you still have to follow certain story missions, but there's still hundreds of side quests you can do that tie in with the main story. Some don't tie in with the main story. It's up to you whether you want to do them. So you're following a narrative, exploring a humongous world, and doing side stuff as you please. And that's basically what I want to see this new Zelda game become. I want to see a narrative, I want to see a story to follow, which we'll see anyways, but at the same time I want to see tons and tons of side content for us to complete. Whether it be just side quests, tons of extra dungeons, maybe even some spontaneously generated dungeons, kind of like Minecraft's worlds a little bit. That'd be really cool. So to summarize, we'll be getting all the characters we know and love, the characterization for the extra characters we know and love, a humongous world, but still Zelda in its feelings, so it won't lose its charm from previous Zelda games or feel barren in any way. And of course, a wonderful story to progress through, and in my opinion, that'll be perfect. Now, if this game gets released on both Wii U and NX, and the NX version ends up being 1080p 60 frames per second or higher, that'd be nice. Nintendo, please make it 1080p 60 frames per second and not like 1440p 30 frames. That would be disappointing, because I'd love to see all the grass moving around and the trees moving back and forth and all the animations being at 60 frames per second. I mean, look at Witcher 3 here that I'm playing right now. This game, it looks great on other systems, but it just feels so much more immersive and fun on a PC when you're playing in 60 frames per second. And I'd love to see Zelda Wii U or Zelda NX end up like that. I know the Wii U version is going to be 720p 30 frames per second. That's not surprising considering how much is going on in this game. But if the NX ends up being as powerful as it's rumored to be, that wouldn't be a problem at all, 60 frames per second. Unless Nintendo does something like they did with Wind Waker HD, where the original animations for the game were in 30 frames per second, so they still left the frame rate at 30 frames per second, even though the Wii U could have handled it at 60 frames no problem. Whatever, I'm just super excited. Definitely let me know what you guys think, leave comments, and if you keep coming back to watch my videos, or you really, really, really like this one, hit subscribe for me, it helps me out a lot. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time, have a good one.